Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's episode we are going to be talking about the Chinese New Year coming up in 2 weeks starting on January 25th. Could this cause Bitcoin price to tank as low as $6,350 or even $4,200? Is that possible based on history? We're going to take a look at that. So stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Today's episode, we're talking about the Chinese New Year and the impacts on Bitcoin. Because Chinese New Year is upon us, 2 weeks away. I love it. I used to celebrate in Chinatown, Philadelphia all the time. They had the dragons and firecrackers, and I think they had cucumbers or watermelons or something. Lettuce. They had lettuce to feed to the dragons. And guess what? This year, I'm in Thailand for Chinese New Year. Almost in China for Chinese New Year, but I love everything Asian, including China, and especially the women. So we're going to be taking a look at that today. Before we do, guys, if you do like my videos, if you are enjoyed by them, just give them an old thumbs up. That really helps out the channel, the analytics. If we could get to 400 likes on this video, oh my goodness, I would go kiss an Asian girl tonight. So, what are we talking about the Chinese New Year? Coming up in 2 weeks. Now, I was alerted to this by this awesome article by Michael from Box Mining. So I will post a link to this article down in the description so you can check out this article. But he talks about the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, starts on January 25th. And based on the past 4 years, Bitcoin price has dropped significantly during those 4 times. So in 2019, it dropped 17%. In 2018, it dropped 50%. In 2017, it dropped 20%. In 2016, it dropped 8%. So there's a Chinese New Year dump, as it is so called. Now, the reason they say for this is because people are cashing out for the New Year. They take their Bitcoin, and we all know they mine a lot of Bitcoin in China. They probably own a lot of Bitcoin in China. They're taking out some Bitcoin to fill up these red lucky packets with money, with fiat, because you can't stuff Bitcoin in there. Maybe you can. Maybe someone will figure that out. So, Bitcoin mining is unaffected, but the over-the-counter volume drops, and the price tends to drop because of the Chinese New Year. Now, what else does this mean? Well, there's this really good other article on Medium from BitCurate from last Chinese New Year, and I'll post a link to this down in the bottom. He goes into the whole scientific part of it, how the calendar affects and how it affects the crypto markets. He does a whole bunch of stuff here, but I'll just scroll down to the interesting stuff for you. So basically, this is what happens with the Chinese New Year effect. Bitcoin is controlled by the Chinese. They own like 2/3 of the hash rate, and Chinese celebrates Chinese New Year. So increased demand for fiat for spending and red packets. Bitcoin holders cash out some Bitcoin for Chinese New Year. Increased sell positions in OTC markets. Sell to buy, sells greater than buy potentially translate to sell-off events. Slumping Bitcoin prices 2 to 4 weeks before Chinese New Year, which we are right now. We're exactly 2 weeks before it today. So he does conclude, though, final thoughts. There might be some relationship between the fall in Bitcoin prices and the collective behavior of cashing out of Bitcoin by Chinese Bitcoin holders for spending during Chinese New Year, though not proven causal. So it's not proven causal. Signs are not compelling enough because if that's the case, Chinese New Year effect should be visible in other markets, notably in mutual funds and gold, since they make up a significant proportion of risky asset allocation of private households in China. So he says, not causal. It really only affects Bitcoin, not the other types of markets like the mutual funds and gold. However, it is pretty interesting. So if we take a look at things, because it's always fun to look at charts, and we can do that for a very long time thanks to BLX on TradingView, here we go. Here is the past 9 years leading up to Chinese New Year. Guess what? 6 out of 9, almost 60%, there was a drop in price leading up to the Chinese New Year. Actually, for the past 5 years, drop in price leading up to the Chinese New Year. So that doesn't look good. Additionally, another thing we have worth noting is that leading up to the halving, there's generally a 30% price decrease in Bitcoin leading up to the halving. So we have a 25% decrease on average leading up to Chinese New Year. We have a 30% decrease on average leading up to the halving. So where could that potentially put Bitcoin? Well, I've been talking about how we're in this ascending channel right now, how Bitcoin price is going up. A couple weeks ago when we had this first green candle, I was saying, hey, guess what? We found that bottom again. Chances are we're going up here to $15,000. Now, while I still think that is likely, it is worth keeping an eye on. And exactly what I keep an eye on is the MACD. So I will definitely be keeping an eye on that for trading between Bitcoin and fiat. However, if we do see a 25% sell-off from the top, because what Michael took a look at here was the pre-Chinese New Year high to the Chinese New Year low. So I would say the pre-Chinese New Year high would be this right here, right around $8,500. So if we were to see the 25% average drop that we've seen over the past 4 years that he showed us here, if we were to see that, guess what? Price will come down right around to 63.50. Ooh, this is the red line right here. However, if that is compounded with the fact that we have a halving coming up, and generally there's about a 30% price decrease for the halvings, we could see price go as low as around $4,300, $4,250, $4,300. That could be crazy lows for Bitcoin. And I just wanted to point out that these two lines, if we take a look at them, that's just why I did the horizontal line, so it just kind of cuts across. If we take a look at this line was support right here, and also a lot of support and resistance right there. Okay, now that's the 63.50 line. Now this line down here, the 42.50 line, look at this. Support, resistance, and maybe some more stuff right here. So those are areas where we might see some stuff. So it'll be exciting to see what happens. But I gotta say, I'm excited. I love Chinese New Year. So fun. I love Asia. I think the future is Asian. That's why I live here, because it's a beautiful place and it's so fun. You gotta check it out if you've never been. So guys, if you enjoyed that episode or anything that I do, come on, give me a thumbs up. Let me get some more views for God's sake. And then also check out the Monarch wallet, because guess what? You can hold Bitcoin, which people sell off for the Chinese New Year, in your Monarch wallet. You can also hold 3,000 other cryptocurrencies. And it's as safe as cold storage. It can actually be used as cold storage. It's easier than Ledger and all that bullshit for cold storage, because all you do is take an old cell phone, put the Monarch wallet on there, put whatever cryptos you want in there, disconnect the Wi-Fi, and turn off cellular signal, and then you have a cold wallet that's simple as a mofo to use. So thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Peace.